The biggest mosquito trap mistake is so small most homeowners never notice it. You can run a fan all night, wake up expecting a screen covered in dead bugs, and find almost nothing. Then you assume the homemade trap is junk, but the problem is usually not the trap. It is the side of the fan, the bait placement, or one forgotten tray of water that quietly turns your backyard into a mosquito factory. That is why so many patios still get attacked after people burn candles, spray chemicals, and plug in zappers that sound useful but barely change the night. A mosquito does not need a dirty yard. It only needs a shaded corner, a clogged gutter, a plant saucer, or one bucket left after rain. And here's the strange part. The same homemade setup that can kill hundreds or even thousands overnight can also pull a mosquito closer to your chair if you place it in the wrong spot. There are two details that decide whether this trap works or backfires. Keep watching and you will learn exactly how to build the trap, where to place it, when to run it, and which mistakes can turn it into a mosquito breeding station. A fan trap works because you are not trying to cover the whole yard. You are setting up one choke point. That matters because a mosquito usually does not attack from the open middle of the lawn. It comes from the quiet edges, the damp fence line, the bushes behind the grill, the shaded side of the deck, the spot where the sprinkler keeps the mulch wet long after the sun is gone. So the job is not to make your entire backyard smell different. The job is to pull the mosquito into one place before it reaches your legs. That is where the box fan changes everything. One side of the fan blows air out, the other side pulls air in. The pulling side is the side that turns this from a regular fan into a trap. Put a fine screen across that intake side, and the airflow presses the mosquito against the mesh before it can keep flying. But here is the first detail that makes people doubt the whole method. The water is not there to drown bugs. The water is there to make the trap look like a landing zone. A female mosquito is always looking for still water. A shallow tray behind the fan gives her a reason to fly close. But if the setup is right, she never gets to use it. She hits the suction zone first, and the screen does the rest. That is the basic idea. Moving air pulls, the screen holds, and the water gives them a reason to come close. Now, do not miss this part. The trap is only as good as where you put it. A lot of homeowners make the same mistake. They place the fan right next to the patio chair because that is where they are getting bit. It feels logical. You are getting attacked there, so you put the trap there. But that can backfire. If the water tray is the bait and the bait is beside your chair, you may be pulling the problem closer to your ankles. The better spot is not where you sit. It is between where they hide and where your family relaxes. Look around the yard in the evening, not at noon, not when everything looks dry and harmless. Look when the sun starts dropping. The quiet spots will show themselves, the corner by the privacy fence, the damp strip behind the garage, the low area under the deck stairs, the bushes near the downspout, the grill cover with rainwater sitting in a fold. Those are the travel lanes. Set the trap along one of those paths, facing the intake side toward the area where they are likely moving through. You are not decorating the patio, you are intercepting traffic. And what happens the next morning can tell you something useful. If the screen is almost clean, do not immediately call the method fake. The trap may be in the wrong place, facing the wrong direction, or running at the wrong time. If the screen is loaded, that is not just a win, it is a clue. It means something nearby is feeding the problem. This is where the trap becomes more than a homemade gadget. It becomes a yard detector. A full screen can point you toward the real source, a clogged gutter elbow, a bird bath that has not been changed, a sagging tarp over firewood, a wheelbarrow turned upright, a kiddie pool leaning behind the shed, or a plant saucer tucked under a pot where nobody looks. That is why you should start with the simple version before you try to improve anything. Use a regular box fan, use window screen or fine mesh, use clips, Velcro, magnets, or zip ties. Use a shallow tray of plain water, put it in one spot for a night or two and watch the result. Then change one thing at a time. This is where many homeowners ruin the test. They add sugar water, move the fan, change the screen, run it later, and switch the location all at once. Then they have no idea what helped and what made it worse. Start plain, read the yard, then adjust. Now comes the mistake that kills the whole setup before it even starts. The screen must go on the intake side. Do not guess. Turn the fan on low and hold a thin piece of paper near each side. The side that pulls the paper inward is the intake side. That is where the screen goes. If you put the screen on the blowing side, The fan is pushing the mosquito away from the mesh. From a distance, it still looks like a trap, but it is working backward. That one mistake is enough to make a good idea look useless. The next mistake is using the wrong material. Do not use a towel. Do not use an old shirt. Do not use thick fabric because it looks stronger. A fan needs airflow. If the material blocks too much air, the trap loses the pull that makes it work. You want a screen fine enough to hold small insects, but open enough that the fan can still breathe. A good rule is simple. If the fan sounds strained or the airflow drops hard, the material is too tight. Now set the fan on something stable. A patio block, a low table, or a solid stand can work. Keep it from tipping. Keep it away from anything loose that could get pulled into the blades. Cut the screen a little larger than the fan face, pull it flat, do not let it sag into the blades. Fasten it around the edges. If you want the easiest cleanup, use clips or Velcro. If you want to leave it in place for several nights, use zip ties. But be honest with yourself, if cleaning it becomes annoying, you will stop using it. And a trap you stop using does not matter. Place the shallow water tray behind the intake side, not beside the people, not under the dinner table, and not where a dog will knock it over. Keep it close enough to draw activity toward the fan, but far enough that water cannot splash into the motor. That small distance matters. Too far away, and the mosquito may never enter the pull zone. Too close to the sitting area, and you may bring the problem toward the family. Too close to the fan, and you create a safety issue. The sweet spot is boring but effective, near the intake side, away from the chairs, along a damp travel path. Now timing, do not wait until everyone is already outside. By the time you are slapping your calf and waving your hand under the table, the yard is already active. Turn the fan on before the evening bite starts. For many yards, that means before sunset. Think of it like preheating a grill. You do not wait until the steaks are on the grate before you start the fire. You want the trap running before the mosquito activity moves from the bushes to the patio. Then in the morning, shut the fan off first, remove the screen if it is clipped on, shake it away from doors and windows. Rinse the mesh if needed, but do not spray the fan motor. Then dump the water tray. That last step is not optional. The same tray that helped pull them in tonight can become a breeding spot if you forget it for a few days. That is the ugly part of this trap. Used right, it helps. Neglected, it can work against you. But here is the bigger lesson. This trap catches what is already flying. It does not erase what is being born. So after rain, walk the yard for 5 minutes, not with a clipboard, not like an inspector, just like a homeowner who is tired of being eaten alive. Check the plant saucers, check the bucket behind the shed, check the trash can lid, check the tarp over the mower, check the bottom of the grill cover, check the gutter outlets, check the kids' toys, check the bird bath. A small amount of standing water can keep the cycle going. If it does not need to hold water, dump it and turn it over. If it has to hold water, like a rain barrel, bird bath, or small pond, use the right larval control product for that use and follow the label. That step handles the next wave before it ever reaches the fan. And this is where most people chase the wrong upgrade. They want stronger bait first. Warm water with a little sugar and yeast can sometimes make the tray more attractive. A tiny drop of dish soap can make the surface harder for small insects to escape if they fall in. But stronger bait in the wrong location is worse than plain water in the right location. Do not make the patio the target. Let the bait pull activity toward the fan, not toward the people. Wind also matters more than most homeowners expect. If the trap is sitting where gusts are whipping across the yard, the fan's pull may not control the area well. A calmer edge usually works better near bushes, beside a fence, under the edge of a deck, or near the shaded side of the house. Again, you are not trying to cover every square foot. You are choosing the route. Now, a quick safety check, because this is still an electric fan outside. Use outdoor rated cords, keep plugs and connections off wet ground, do not leave the fan in rain, do not run cords across a walking path. If kids or pets use the yard, use a shallow tray and a setup that cannot easily tip over. A practical fix should solve one problem without creating another. The reason this homemade trap gets attention is not because it is fancy. It is because it uses a weakness that most store-bought fixes ignore. Sprays fade, candles only cover a small area, zappers often kill whatever flies into the light, but moving air attacks the mosquito where it is weak. Then the screen gives you proof. That proof is useful. A clean screen tells you to adjust. A full screen tells you the route is active. A full screen several nights in a row tells you to start looking for water nearby. That is how this stops being a backyard experiment and becomes a system. The fan catches tonight's flyers, the screen shows whether the placement is working, the water tray pulls activity away from people when it is placed correctly. The morning cleanup prevents the trap from turning into a new problem. The rain check cuts down the next wave. Once those pieces work together, you are no longer guessing. You are using the trap to read the yard, reduce the bites tonight, and find the hidden water sources that keep bringing the problem back. So remember the three things that make this trap work. First, the screen has to sit on the intake side of the fan, because that is where the pull happens. Second, the water tray has to sit away from your chairs, or you may draw mosquitoes closer to the people you are trying to protect. And third, the tray must be emptied in the morning, because forgotten water can turn a good trap into the next breeding spot. When you get those details right, this is not just a cheap backyard trick. It gives you a way to take back the porch, the grill area, the deck, and those summer evenings that usually end with everyone going inside early. You are not guessing anymore. You are reading the yard, catching what is flying tonight, and cutting off what keeps showing up after every rain. If this helped you, hit the like button so more homeowners can find it, and subscribe if you want simple fixes that actually make a house easier to live in. But there is one hidden mosquito source most people never check, and it can keep producing new bites even when the patio looks completely dry. That is the next thing you need to see.